most common questions in tabletop gaming is, how do I make a unique character? And honestly, people tend to overthink it. A lot. You don't need 20 pages of backstory. You don't need a complex character questionnaire. You don't need to spend 6 hours staring at a blank character sheet while listening to fantasy tavern music. Sometimes all you need is inspiration, and inspiration is always right around the corner. Books, movies, history, folklore, the weird lady at my local Walmart that shot herself in the butt, anywhere, including fast food restaurants. That's right. Today we are creating TTRPG characters that are based off of American and international fast food chains. Now before you click off the video, because this is a ridiculous idea. It is ridiculous. But it's fun, and I'm trying to prove a point. It's also effective. Because every restaurant has personality. It has a vibe, it has an aesthetic, it has a reputation. All those things can be transformed into a memorable character. Grab your dice, grab a snack, and let's start making the weirdest adventuring party to ever exist. Let's start with the biggest one, McDonald's. No matter where you go in the world, chances are you've seen the Golden Arches. And honestly, sounds suspiciously like a fantasy order of knights. Think about it. The Golden Arches, the Order of the Golden Arches. That's already giving Paladin vibes. This character believes in stability, reliability, and no matter what kingdom you visit, it represents the same thing. It's not flashy, it's not mysterious, it's just dependable. Need supplies? They got you. Need directions? They got you. Need somebody to explain a quest because nobody was paying attention? They got you. This party member always has a plan. Not necessarily a great plan, but definitely a plan. Let's create chaos. Because no decision of fast food inspired characters can be made without Taco Bell. If McDonald's is lawful good, then Taco Bell is chaotic neutral. This character is absolutely a bard. Not because they sing, because they make questionable decisions and somehow survive. This is the player that says, what if we do something completely insane? Every session, without fail. Plans should never work, but yet somehow they do. Sometimes. Although Bard sees every adventure like an experiment, like every dungeon an opportunity, and every warning sign like a suggestion. Now, Starbucks isn't technically a traditional fast food restaurant, but like, stay with me, because Starbucks is definitely a warlock. Think about it. Warlocks make packs, Starbucks customers make packs. The only difference is one is for eldritch power, while the other one is for caffeine dependency. This character gains supernatural abilities from an ancient coffee entity, being so powerful that it has thousands of locations across multiple kingdoms. Their spell slots return after a long rest and an ice-cold beverage. Coincidence? I think not. Now, as a southerner, I do have to have one that represents the good old American South, and that is Whataburger. This character is absolutely a barbarian. Big, bold, proud, and fiercely loyal. Whataburger Barbarian doesn't care about complex plans. They don't need flowcharts. They don't need strategy meetings. They need to know which direction the enemy is coming from. Everything else sorts itself out. Probably. This character insists that their hometown tavern makes the best food in all the realm. And they're willing to debate anybody for hours about it. Now let's talk about Subway. Subway is definitely a rogue. Why? Customization. A rogue never does anything the standard way. Every mission is personalized, every plan is adjusted, and every approach is unique. The Subway rogue just studies every situation and says, let's take a slightly different route. As the party charges through the front gate, the rogue is somehow already inside. Nobody knows how. Not even the rogue. Now representing Canada, we have Tim Hortons. This character resonates calm energy. Tim Horton Monk doesn't rush, doesn't panic, doesn't overreact. The kingdom could literally be under attack. They're still peacefully sipping coffee while they're evaluating the situation. This character becomes emotional support adventurer of the entire group. Everyone comes to them for advice, everybody trusts them, and everybody's shocked when they come out with amazing combat skills. Now we're traveling over international waters, specifically to Nando's. Nando's Ranger specializes in one thing: heat. Not magical heat, not dragon fire. spice. They traveled the world seeking incredibly challenging culinary challenges. At this point, they fear nothing. Not dragons, not demons, not eldritch horrors, because they already survived food that would make lesser adventurers cry. And now I have to sneak in one more southern restaurant, KFC. KFC is absolutely a sorcerer, because sorcerers inherit power, and KFC's entire identity revolves around a legendary secret recipe passed down through the generations. The character magic comes from family tradition, the ancient secrets, the recipe no one else understands. Whenever it casts spells, everyone asks how it works, and KFC smiles mysteriously. Next up is Domino's, and this character is an artificer, obsessed with efficiency. Optimization, delivery systems, logistics. The party says, we need supplies. Domino's artificer already pulls it out. The party says, we need transportation. The artificer has a prototype. The party says, we need a solution. The artificer has 17. Most of them probably dangerous, but they exist. Now we're going to talk about one of the most beloved food chains in the world, Jollibee's. Because if the rest of our party is based around the personalities of a restaurant, Jollibee's absolutely has to be on the team. Because Jollibee's isn't a fighter, isn't a rogue, isn't a warlock. They're a cleric. Hear me out. Jollibee's has built a reputation around comfort, celebration, family gatherings, and making people happy. This adventurer somehow knows everybody in every town. The one who remembers birthdays, the one who brings snacks for on the road, the one who keeps the party together after a disastrous boss fight and 3 consecutive failed stealth checks. Every group has that player. The one who says, hey guys, before we continue, how's everybody doing? That's Jollibee's. Now let's imagine this adventuring party. A dependable paladin, a chaotic bard, a caffeine-powered warlock, a southern barbarian, a customizable rogue, a peaceful monk, a spice-resistant ranger, a recipe-powered sorcerer, an over-engineering artificer, and the friendliest cleric you've ever met in your life. Every quest becomes chaos, every tavern visit becomes an argument, and every long rest somehow turns to a discussion about food. And honestly, sounds like most real D&D groups. The funny thing is, this ridiculous exercise actually really is a good tool for character creation, because the greatest characters are built from strong themes. When you think about a restaurant, you think about its personality, its reputation, its aesthetics, its strengths, its quirks. The same thing that makes a memorable character. You don't have to use restaurants, obviously. You could use bookstores, animals, historical figures, musical genres, anything that has a recognizable identity. The goal is to find inspiration in unexpected places, and sometimes those unexpected places serve french fries. Now let's just talk about the campaign, where every major city has a different fast food lord. Heroes travel across the realms to find sacred recipes. The final villain? A mysterious ruler of an ancient food court. A being that has mastered every cuisine and every combo meal. Okay, you can't tell me that doesn't sound like a campaign that would actually be really fun. Because I would absolutely run it. Then those have been my TTRPG characters that are inspired by American and international fast food restaurants. Is this ridiculous? Yes. Would I play this game in a heartbeat? Yes. Without hesitation. So let me know in the comments, what restaurant would you turn into a character? Would it be a fighter, a wizard, a rogue, a warlock who's powered by an ancient burger deity? Possibilities are endless. And remember, character inspiration can come from anywhere. Books, movies, folklore, history, or a drive-thru that you visit on the way home. Until next time, may your dice roll high, have a great day, and bye-bye! Forgot to say I did do all the art for this video, so like, shout out to me.